Tropical update at 8 p.m. PST. And this is a picture of Irma and Humberto. This is the closest to hurricanes and in the satellite era. I mean, this is incredible. Uh, Absolutely incredible. Let's see. Irma is at 75 knots. Is starting to develop an eyeball based on satellite, as you can see. As you can see, there's a bit of an eye, and it's heading. Let's look at the advisory. It's moving at 70 by 12 knots, east northeastward. To northeast mostly expected. Yeah, it's going to move over Bermuda on Wednesday, and it's going to merge with a frontal boundary within the next couple of days. So because post tropical 48 hours, but it will strengthen to a Cat 2 in the next 12 hours, and then move close to Bermuda. Here is the track of the storm. It moves right over Bermuda. Hurricane warnings are over Bermuda. It's moving east northeast at 15 miles per hour. Um, here is the model showing that. Uh, DFS. Intensity should peak around 24 hours as it's moving over Bermuda. Then weaken as a very strong opponent extratropical cyclone by 48 to 72 hours. This is what we have on this system. Now, Humberto. Um, yeah, it's barely a hurricane. Satellite estimates pretty much make it a tropical storm, but ASCAT, they pretty much blended and kept it a hurricane at 70 knots. Um, yeah, it's moving east northeastward and 65 by 9 knots, and will continue to do so along the way below the trough located north of Humberto. This will continue until it emerges with the frontal boundary in 24 hours, and will slowly weaken, but still remain a very potent extratropical system. Um, there's a very large. Look at that, very large storm. East northeast at 10 miles per hour, and will continue east northeastward as it emerges, and it will be weakening. Um, Now, tropical storm Arcov, which developed earlier today. It has 20 knots east northeasterly share of the system, but it's a tropical storm nonetheless, and some slight strengthening is possible in the next couple of days. But longer term, even more strengthening could be possible because environment becomes more favorable for it. Um, we can show you a satellite picture of this system, and as you can see, you can definitely see the LC on the northeastern side of the system. Um, let's look at it. Here's the track. Northwestward for the next 24 hours, then west northwestward, then after. Then longer term, 4 or 5 days, you can turn northward. Um, it's in line with the models, even more pronounced than earlier. Intensity. Some models make it a hurricane, but most keep it around 50 knots, close to the official. Now we're going to look at another system that could form in the Eastern Pacific is a system off Mexico or Central America. Has 10% in the next 2 days, 80% in the next 7. Um, we're watching this system very closely because it could actually threaten Mexico. Here it is at 72 hours, 96 hours, 1,000 millibars on the GFS. Like I said earlier, the system has a pretty decent chance of formation. ECMWF shows it. CMC shows it. Actually, CMC says a hurricane right off Central America. I mean, makes landfall with it. I mean, interesting. Well, the GFS has it vastly further to the northwest, and a hurricane by 114 144, bombed it out to 946. Probably Cat 4 if this is right. ECMWF also has a hurricane at this time frame. So I think 80-90% is pretty damn likely for this system. I mean, Icon, it's just coming in. Let's look at the 18Z. Yeah, it actually forms a couple system off Mexico. Let's go back to GFS. And that's all we're going to focus on this system right now. Longer term on the GFS, we have to wait till around 200 hours to even see anything coming from the wave in the main development region, which some of the neighbors are still forming. Here's the ECMWF. Here is the GFS. But both are persistent, trying to form a system in the MDR and impacting the islands. And here is the GFS at 216 hours. Potentially even a vortex in the Gulf of Honduras. CMC show the closed ice bar further north. 240 actually develops it in the subtropics. 144 hours and showing us on the ECMWF. Let's look at the ECAI. Definitely shows that system off Mexico. Jesus. 210 shows a system right there near the islands. Yeah. Developed a subtropical system, but also has a system north of the islands. Well, that's your tropical update for tonight.